Good morning, members of the jury, teachers, and classmates. My name is Francisca Tureuna. I am for grade A. I will talk about the Black Dahlia. The Black Dahlia was a nickname given to Elizabeth Short. She was an American woman who was murdered in Los Angeles, California in 1947. Because her corpse was mutilated and cut in half, her case became highly publicized. The newspaper often nicknamed particularly lurid crimes, and they called her the Black Dahlia. This term may have been derived from a film murder mystery, The Blue Dahlia, released in 1946. Her body was found on January 15, 1947, in Leimer Park, Los Angeles. Dahlia unsolved murder has been the source of widespread speculation and many potential suspects. On the morning, January 15, Elizabeth Short's naked body was found in two pieces on a vacant lot on the west side of South Norton Avenue, midway between Coliseum Street and West 39th Street in Leimer Park. Local resident Betty Bersinger discovered the body at about 10 in the morning while walking with her 3-year-old daughter. Bersinger at first believed it was a store mannequin. When she realized it was a corpse, she rushed to a nearby house and telephoned the police. Black Dahlia, severely mutilated, was completely cut at the waist and drained entirely of blood. The body obviously had been washed by the killer. Dahlia faced slash from the corner of her mouth until her ears, creating effect called the glassless smile. Dahlia had several hacks on her thighs and breast, where entire portion of flesh had been sliced away. The lower half of her body was thrown a foot away from the upper. The corpse had been dropped with her hands over her head, her elbows bent at right angles, and her legs spread apart. Detectives found a cement sack nearby containing blood. There was a heel print on the ground and tire tracks. There were tiny marks on her ankles, wrists, and neck. The skull was not fractured, but Dahlia had bruises on the front and right side of her skull, with a small amount of bleeding, consistent with blows to the head. The cause of death was determined to be hemorrhaging from the lacerations to her face and shock from blows on head and face. Following Dahlia's identification, reporter from the Los Angeles Examiner contacted her mother, Phoebe Short, and told her daughter had won a beauty contest. Only after much personal information and investigation, the reporter told Phoebe, the newspaper offered to pay plane tickets and accommodation if she would travel to Los Angeles to help with the police investigation. On January 23rd, a person claiming to be the killer called the editor of the Los Angeles Examiner, expressing concern at news of the editor. The following day, a packet arrived at the Los Angeles newspaper containing Dahlia's birth certificate, business card, photographs, names written on pieces of paper, an address book with the name Mark Hansen. Hansen, an acquaintance whose home she had stayed with friends, immediately became a suspect. Dahlia's graves. Due to the notoriety of the case, over the years, more than 50 men and women have confessed to the murder. Police received large amount of information from citizens every time a newspaper mentioned the case or a book or movie released about it. Sergeant John St. John, a detective who worked the case until his retirement, said it is amazing how many people offer up a relative as a killer. Dahlia was buried at the Mountain View Cemetery in Oakland, California, after Elizabeth Jr.'s sister had grown up and married. Their mother, Phoebe Shore, moved to Oakland to be near her daughter's grave. She finally returned to the East Coast in the 1970s, where she lived into her 90s. The Black Dahlia murder investigation was conducted by the Los Angeles Police Department. It also enlisted the help of hundreds of officers borrowed from other law enforcement agencies. About 60 people confessed to the murder, mostly men. Of those, 25 were considered possible suspects by the Los Angeles District Attorney. In the course of the investigation, some of the original 25 were eliminated and several new suspects were proposed. Unluckily, this case was never solved. At the time, they did not have the technology to work out on a case as the one. In my opinion, this horrible criminal case is an example of what could happen with a man who has mental disorders. He gets obsessive, jealous, and finally insane. My sources, biography.com and FBI.com. Thank you for your attention.